What's up, you guys? Give me 1 second. We will start the Jaffe Play stream, which is Resident Evil 2 tonight and a game called Glass Menagerie. Boom. What's up, fellas? How you doing? 1 second, and we will begin our little adventure. We are playing Resident Evil 2 for the second night, not in a row. Hello, Cot. Hello, Rob the Mod. Of course, Flipping Axe, Drunken Bastard, Captain Hogwash, Grumble, Grumble, Grumble. And we are going to also play, if there's time, which there probably will be, a game that I forget who it was. Somebody on the Discord was saying this game, Glass Menagerie, looks right up Jaffe's alley. So we'll be doing those things. We'll be talking about video games tonight. And we will be taking phone calls and Discord calls while we do all those things. Tomorrow night is a proper Jaffe stream. But tonight we're just playing some goddamn games. I'd like to think I'm going to finish Resident Evil 2 Remaster. I rarely finish video games. This is, and somebody, and again, I forget who it was, but somebody was like, oh, I want to watch just to see Jaffe sort of rage quit at the final boss. Look, if Resident Evil 2 Remaster has a fucking hard as nails goddamn boss at the end, I probably will quit. I mean, I don't, for the life of me, understand, gamers today that adore, that level of a challenge. I'm sorry. I think you guys are niche. I think you're click. I don't think that you are the kinds of gamers that the industry should be making their games for at the vast majority of game titles. Unfortunately, indie games, all they do is fucking push hard games. I don't understand it. I've never understood it. I'm not looking to be challenged to some degree that I play it for like a week until I beat it. I just want to have a good goddamn time. So I hope, though, that that's not what Resident Evil 2's ending is shaping up to be. There have been one or two spots in Resident Evil 2 so far, even though I adore the game, that feel like it's way too goddamn hard for its own good. Drunken Bastard wants you to know that one of my favorite games is Volgar the Viking. That's hard as fuck. Yeah, but you know what? That's not entirely true. Volgar is demanding as fuck, but Volgar is fair in every single way. Volgar, if you fuck up, it's incredibly clear it's your fault. So far, the challenges in Resident Evil have had nothing to do, and again, I love this game. It's one of my favorite games of the last 12 months for sure, easily. But so far, all of the problems I've had with Resident Evil in terms of difficulty have had more to do with them putting a challenge in front of you that isn't necessarily good for the camera, for example, that they've given you to work with. It's more things like the game's fault versus me just not paying attention. Rain Hole says, I fucking love your room, man. A paradise of badass clowns and psychos. I haven't had a chance to put up my latest stuff. Rob the Mod and Evan Nixon sent me some stuff recently, which even adds to the psychotic feel of the room, and that will be going up. It was going to go up this weekend, and, it was the Super Bowl and other shit happened this weekend, and so I didn't get a chance to do it. But we'll see. You just got a Sony PlayStation 1, a fat one from one of your friends. Good for you, Anthony Yeager. I mean, I guess good for you, Anthony Yeager. Again, what are you going to do with it, right? If I had a PlayStation 1, it would basically just be collecting dust. I mean, am I really going to boot the thing up to play Jumping Flash? And after, I mean, again, guys, look, it may be a function of age. It's probably a function of age. But this concept that I'm going to boot up my PS1 and play a bunch of old games that don't hold up in the light of day, nah, not interested. But it may be, look, when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh my God, I got to get an Atari. I got to get an Atari because that's what I fucking grew up with. It was amazing. And I got the Atari 2600. My wife ordered me one on eBay, gave it to me as a birthday gift. And it was great for about 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember Adventure. Oh my God, I remember Canyon Bomber or whatever. And then I was done. Nostalgia is a mirage in the desert, folks. It tells you, it promises you a good time. It promises you that it's going to make you happy. And then you get there and you're like, well, this is literally nothing. It's literally fucking nothing. What do I think about the new Crash Team Racing? I'm excited about the new Crash Team Racing, to be perfectly honest with you, sir. I want to play it because I love the online component of the battle mode, right? Because to me, that's like PS4's. At this point, if you want real arcade car combat, that's the best place to go at this point. It's not one of these fucking games like that basically, I cannot stand the car combat games of today on the PC that let your mouse rotate the look and then you drive the car with your keyboard, and it's like a tank turret. Like your shooting is independent of where you're looking. I'm like, that totally feels shitty to me. It doesn't feel like you're actually driving a car. So the closest thing I can find to actually online car combat looks to be like it's Mario Kart Crash Team Racing battle mode. So I'm actually quite excited for it, truth be told. You're asking me, Hogwash, if Einhander holds up? No, probably not. Look, you got to understand, man. I was working at Sony when the first batch of PlayStation 1 games came in. The one that blew us away the most back then, or certainly blew me away the most back then, was Motor Tune Grand Prix from the guys who made Gran Turismo. I don't think they ever went back and did anything with it. The driving was terrible in that game. It should have played like Mario Kart. It was stiff. It wasn't fun to control. Incredibly beautiful, though, an imaginative game. That was a great game. And then Einhander, because back in the day when we were doing 16-bit 2D games, the idea of moving your camera in a 3D world or in a video game was unheard of. If you went to the programmers, like when we went to the programmers in Mickey Mania and said, now we want a level where the camera's facing Mickey and he's running at the screen, they're like, that's an entirely different engine that we have to write. We're like, really? Can't we just take the camera? They're like, no, you fucking moron. It was the first game I worked on. So when Einhander comes into the office and we're literally standing around the conference room TV at Sony Music and going, holy shit, it's a top-down shooter. Now it's a side-scrolling shooter. Now it's an over-the-shoulder shooter. What madness magic is this? That was pretty fucking cool. But no, I don't think it holds up. I'm almost certain it would not hold up. Rob agrees on the nostalgia thing. He says, I never go back to my old favorite games because I'm scared of being disappointed. Well, I mean, I would not do it out of fear. You should just kind of go back to it see it. Your mileage may vary. Look, there's an entire thriving community out there of gamers that adore the retro old school games. I mean, I love retro old school games for the feelings they give me at an intellectual and emotional level. I'm just saying, when I really sit down to play Russian Attack by Konami, I can probably stomach about 5 minutes of it before I'm done, which, to be perfectly honest with you, says more about the limits of the video game medium and says a lot about the facts that video games are not really the art form yet, may never be, but not the art form yet that so many of us claim it is and like to sort of trumpet that it is. Because I can go back and watch old movies from 20 years ago. Why? They still hold up. They look a little clunky, but they still hold up, folks. I go back and I try to play a game that was fun in the arcade 20 years ago. I get 5 minutes in, I'm bored out of my goddamn mind. Bossman says, I'm surprised you don't like Overwatch. I do like Overwatch. I respect Overwatch. I like what they're doing with the story. Just like I like how in Fortnite, there's lots of gameplay embedded into the world. I just really don't like, truth be told, multiplayer shooters. Like I was looking at EA today and I'm like, wow, they have Anthem and they have Apex Legends. Is that what they're calling it? The Battle Royale set in the Titanfall universe. Zero interest in either one of those. I know they look great. I know people are saying great things about Apex, but the idea of going online with people I don't know, even people I do know, and having zero situational awareness because people could be shooting me or sniping me from the distance. Yeah, and the only way to stay alive is to constantly be moving and rotating and spinning and looking up and looking down and looking left and looking right and spinning behind me. I mean, fuck you. There's no joy in those games for me. So no, I absolutely don't like Overwatch, but not because of Overwatch. I just don't happen to like that genre of games. Twitch Guy Zach, I've been playing the remake of Resident Evil. Twitch Guy Zach wants the chat to know, hey, fucker, it's about time you played the remake. I've been playing it. I'm about 60% complete. I'm going to play for about an hour and a half tonight. So, I love the game. I've just been a little busy. Can you develop the idea of games not being an art form? There are a lot of creative achievements through video games. What do you mean, can I develop it? Are you asking me, can I speak more to it? Or when you say, can I develop it? I don't know what you mean. Rainhole says, I'm here after the Mega 64 cameo. Love your games. Thanks, sir. I enjoyed doing that with those Mega 64 fellas. They're good salt to the earth Christian folks like myself. That's not really true because I'm not a Christian folk, but they are good salt to the earth, and I don't really know what religion they are, and I don't care. But they're good people. I had a good time. I appreciate you watching it, and I'm glad you came and joined our little scrappy band of whatever the fuck it is that we are. Frosty says, comparing games to movies. Hey, if a game was 20 years ago, the movie would be like 60 years ago. Totally. Well, first off, Frosty, let's be clear. So Frosty's saying that if a video game came out 20 years ago, that's the equivalent of a movie coming out 60 years ago. I'm not sure why that's your math. I'm not sure why you're just taking the liberty to make that assumption. But for whatever reason, let's assume you're right. Tons of movies that came out in 1939, 1940 hold up beautifully today. Granted, the filmmaking technique is antiquated. But absolutely, I can watch White Christmas. I can watch Holiday Inn. I can watch It's a Wonderful Life. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Gone with the Wind. You goddamn right, those movies still hold up, whereas a lot of video games made 10 years ago don't hold up. That speaks volumes. I don't really think because the market demands what the market demands, and the game makers adjust and pivot based on what the market wants for the most part. So the market hasn't demanded more of video game makers. But ultimately, I do think it's telling. I think it's telling. Mega 64 banned Hogwash. Of course they banned you because they're not used to the kind of shenanigans that people get up to in the Jaffe stream. I'm a libertarian, man. Anything goes as long as it's not hate speech. Those Mega 64 guys, they're like, look, they're funny, they're wild, they're crazy. They don't know what to make of you, Hogwash. They saw you on the chat and were like, has he escaped from, are they letting people in mental patients, like the really bad ward of mental patients, watch Twitch and chat now? And I'm not making fun of mental patients. I've had family members who've benefited from going into mental hospitals for short stays. Nothing mocking about mental hospitals. They're wonderful if you go to a good one. I'm just saying, Hogwash, that you may be at that level where somebody sees how you behave out in public or in virtual public, and they kind of don't think that you're available to fit in with the rest of the world. No, I don't believe you, Ray. I think that's cock shit. I was going to say, what the fuck's cock shit? Actually, I know what cock shit is because we've talked about it on the stream before. That's horse shit. That is an absolute piece of horse shit logic, Ray. Ray says it's a young medium. Nothing to do with being art or not. Not true, sir. Not true at all. Video games have been around since give or take commercially, let's be conservative, 1977, 87, 90. You're talking 40 years. Movies commercially had been around since 1900, actually earlier, but let's assume commercial Nickelodeon's 1900. By 40 years after their invention, you had It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, all the movies that I basically mentioned. Gone with the Wind was 1939, I believe, as well. So no, I'm sorry. There has been plenty of time for video games to get their shit together enough to basically allow them to emerge as the art form. And let me be perfectly clear, by the way. I do think there are some video games that do hold up today. It's just not the kind of stuff that you guys are used to. Miss Pac-Man holds up today and Galaga holds up today. I guarantee you in 20 years, Uncharted 4 will not hold up. Not because Uncharted 4 is a bad game. It's not. It's a wonderful game. But it's basically a technological achievement above anything else. And that's when that gets stripped away, in 20 years, you'll be left with going, oh, and the nostalgia gets stripped away. You'll be left going, oh, well, this is just kind of a little boring. It's just kind of okay. So, I mean, again, I'm not taking the piss. It's one of the greatest technical video game achievements of all time. I'm just saying that you're absolutely wrong about the fact that video games haven't had time to percolate. Whiteface says, I will say that games like Symphony of the Night could be released today and would still look beautifully. It might look beautiful. but you think it would play beautifully? Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Delroy Simpson says, "Hey Jaffe, you're looking great." Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That gets you this. That gets you that. Gets you that. Assassin's Creed 1 doesn't hold up. Yep. What about Wind Waker? I don't know. I haven't played it in a long time. The old Mortal Kombat games, again, you can sit here and toss me a bunch of game titles that you think hold up for you personally, and that's fine. The real question is this, okay? The real trick is this. No, God, no, Ray. It has nothing to do with that. Ray is saying you say it will change when we achieve photorealism. No, not at all. It's got nothing to do with visuals. In fact, visuals are one of the problems. Visuals, the attempt to aim to photorealism, is one of the things that hold video games back. Even though I have no problem with people trying to achieve photorealism, it is a smokescreen. It is a facade. It makes people think, oh my God, we've arrived. We haven't arrived. The shit just looks better. But ultimately, the medium remains relatively staid. Now, here's what I will say. I would suggest that some of the games that will hold up in 40 years from now, just like Miss Pac-Man, Centipede, all the classic arcade games, some of them still hold up today, are not what you think. I think Guitar Hero will hold up. I think if you were to play Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, that would probably hold up. I think if you were to play Halo multiplayer, even though it will be rusty and rough and antiquated, those will hold up because those are games. Those are things that basically put the mechanics and what make the medium special front and center. The games that people are going apeshit over today calling art, most of those will absolutely not hold up. Gone Home will probably hold up. Gone Home doesn't build its bones on the back of look at my photorealism, look at my cutscenes. It builds its bones on the back, or it builds its foundation on the back of being held up by proper fundamentals when it comes to interactivity. So that's what I would say, fellas. I agree with you on photorealism, says Witter Mirth, I think. If games want to be art, graphics is not the way to go. Those will always be outdated. That's true. Yes, people in the chat seem to be agreeing Modern Warfare 2 does hold up. I would agree. To me, says Cod, if you want to play an old game, simply do this. Shut up and learn to take your back to a time where things weren't perfect. No, that's absurd. It makes no sense. If I want to sit down and watch an old movie, sure, I have to accept the fact and be okay with the fact that movies didn't cut as quickly. Shots weren't as dizzying and dazzling to distract me. In a lot of ways, they were photographed in the late 30s a bit more like a stage play. Not entirely. It was advancing at that point, but it's more like a stage play than what we see today. I have to adjust my mind to that. But once you're wrapped up in a story of a movie from the 30s or even the 20s, it doesn't matter. The same can't be said for a lot of old video games. That's for fucking sure. Smedley says, I am less interested in perfected versions of games than I am interested in original or underused ideas. Yeah, the things that are fresh and interesting and perk your brain, that's what's always going to be interesting. Or at least, well, that's not true. That's not true at all. That's a lie. Because something that's novel today won't be novel in 20 years. So, but certainly interesting, fresh ideas mechanically are underutilized. BioShock will hold up, says Inky H2O. That's a good one. That's a really interesting question, because there are few games out there that I would suggest have good enough writing that the writing of those games will actually allow that video game to hold up 20, 30 years down the line when the storytelling is creaky and old looking. But the narrative thread and the way that the mechanics have been woven in the narrative thread, maybe, that would be amazing if it holds up. I wonder if anybody's gone back and played Half-Life 1. Does Half-Life 1 hold up for anything other than a nostalgia trip? It might. Portal, I would agree with you. Portal will hold up 100%. You are absolutely right. The humor in Portal may not hold up. I can see my kids playing it and going, this is funny. The cake is a lie. That's trying to be funny because it's random. What? Whatever. But the gameplay in Portal, absolutely. I think that's a great example of a game that will hold up. Tactical RPGs will hold up. Could be. Okay, so Withmirth says, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. It's a bunch of fucking consonants and barely any vowels. I don't know. It's like the worst game of Hangman ever. It's literally, don't worry about it. Let's just say that Withmirth says Half-Life 1 does not hold up, sadly. Okay, interesting, because Rob says he played Half-Life 1 last week, and it definitely holds up. So maybe we're too close to it in time. The thing we have to really look back on, it's almost, here's the test. Take a bunch of 15, 16-year-old kids, take them in with open minds that aren't going to be like, young kids react to old school arcade games. Assuming they're open-minded kids, or take a bunch of USC or college design students and say, look, I'm taking you into an arcade. I'm taking you to Twin Galaxies, and basically here's what I want. I want you guys to spend all day in Twin Galaxies. If you don't know, Twin Galaxies is the arcade in the middle of the country of America where I think it's Walter Day, who's like the referee with the big scruffy beard. He was in the King of Kong and all that shit. That's sort of the standard place where they keep all the official arcade scores, but I think it's also home to a really big arcade. Take those design students into that arcade and say, guys, I want you to spend the entire day in the arcade playing everything, and then I want you to come back and write me a paper on the top 5 games that you feel still hold up and the 5 games that you feel are absolutely horrific to play and don't hold up. I would be curious. I would absolutely be curious to see what they come back with. That's enough to almost make me want to teach a design class, just because I think that would be a fascinating. Maybe I should do that anyway. Maybe I'll just take a camera crew out to the biggest arcade I can find on the West Coast, spend all day in it, play every game like 50 times, and come back and do a video and say, here are the top 5 games that hold up. Not that I would need to go to an arcade. I could just fucking do it on a MAME emulator. But the drama, the showbiz of actually going there and the sounds and the smells of the arcade, man, that was the shit, dude. That was the shit. Bloodborne will hold up. I don't know. It might. I mean, I couldn't get through Bloodborne, but for people who play it and love it, it's possible. Yeah, it's very different though, Madav. Speedrunners play those games just fine, he says. Sure, but they're playing them for very, very different reasons. They're not playing those games because they're sitting there going, yo, this is the most fun I've had all week. It's more like I'm trying to do a job, man. I'm trying to do a fucking job. Oxel Lorix says, hey, Jaffe, what are your thoughts on EA not meeting expectations? Signed platform games and AAA games aren't going to last. Wait, I don't understand. The first question makes sense, and I'll answer it right now, but the second you might want to retype because I don't understand what you're writing. Thoughts on EA not meeting expectations? Look, all I can tell you is right now, EA has probably one of the most uninteresting batch of games for me personally that I've ever heard of. Like, again, I'm not saying Anthem's not great. I'm not saying Apex is not great. I'm not a Madden player. I'm not a FIFA player. So I know they didn't meet expectations before those games hit. Not Madden and FIFA, but Apex and Anthem. But I don't connect to games that EA make. They're not my kind of video games, right? There's not a single game that company puts out that speaks to me. Like, I should be, as a gamer, I should be like, shit, 2 of the biggest games of the month are Anthem and Apex. I should have played the beta this weekend on Anthem, and I should have played Apex by now. I'll never play either one of them. I've seen those kinds of games over and over and over. They look like overblown, overproduced, microtransaction fest that are really just sort of like incredibly well-produced but soulless games. I hate to say that because BioWare is a great fucking company. Dragon Quest Inquisition is one of my favorite RPGs of all fucking time. It's like getting lost in a goddamn real world with Dragon Quest Inquisition. But I can't speak to EA because it really doesn't... they don't make anything that I like. So to say, what are my thoughts on the fact that they haven't met expectations? I don't know. I mean, I couldn't tell you why they haven't met expectations because I wouldn't buy any of their games anyway. I'm not saying they're bad, by the way. They're, they're not for me. Not a fan of Anthem, says Madav. The flying in the world are cool, but the rest is not very smooth. And it's another looter shooter all about showing off. I mean, look, that's the thing, man. That's the thing with that company. There's a correlation. I mean, look, I've said this before, and I'll say it again because it only sounds like an insult, but it's really a compliment. And so I don't mind saying it. Like I would say it to the EA people's faces for the most part. The people at EA are historically really good-looking human beings. They just simply are. I think there's a correlation between marketing and PR and good-looking people, because it's part of what you have to do that job well enough. Now, the best marketing, the best PR can look like fucking Danny DeVito, and they can still fucking fly, through the air with the greatest of ease. But the average to good marketing PR person needs in their toolbox to be good-looking. All the EA people, it's like going to fucking Stepford Wives. Everybody's fucking beautiful when you're walking around the halls of EA, right? So I think, though, that when you have that in your back pocket and you approach games because you're filled with marketing and you're filled with PR and you're filled with that kind of we're making widgets before we're making art, a lot of times their games come off as kind of soulless. And I'm sorry, that's just true. If the head of EA, I don't even know who it is anymore, was sitting here, I would say, dude, you run a successful company, you make a lot of money, you sell games, you clearly make a number of people happy, but you can't tell me, man, that your games are not historically soulless. I mean, compared to other people's fucking games. And look, Activision's almost just as bad. I was kind of craving grilled cheese of games today, and I'm like, I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time. I'm going to fire up Hearthstone. Couldn't do it, man. I launched Battle.net, and Activision has gotten its hook so deep into Blizzard, and all the Blizzard people that were really key to those games have left, and it's just like, no, I don't even want to load up Hearthstone anymore. It was always skating the edge between being pay to win and being skill based, because that's how you make those kinds of collectible card games. Now, though, the last few months I've been playing it, that the soul of that game is gone. So there are those companies like that are just that they make soulless product at this point. And so I guess that's a long way of talking about EA, which is, they're not my kind of studio. Who's turning the ship around is Capcom, though. And we're about to play Resident Evil, so bear with me. But, Capcom, oh, really, blah, fuck you. Yeah, you know what I can't, I can't think is any more rude than somebody coming into someone else's chat, and when someone's talking, they put the "I'm falling asleep" emote. Go somewhere else. I love you, blah, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are we having a conversation? I didn't realize, your payment hadn't gone through yet, blah. So when you start paying me to do this, I'll make sure to factor in the the menu items on the chat that you would like me to discuss, sir. That would make me very, very, very happy. Yeah, only Hogwash gets to be sleepy. So what was I saying about, Blizzard hate is boring? No, sir. Blizzard hate is heartbreaking. Okay? Blizzard is like looking at a friend of yours that used to be in high school, that used to be like popular and happy and optimistic, and just to be around the person was like a breath of fresh air that got you through your day. And then you see them a few years after college and life is beating the shit out of them, and they've basically become just like an automaton. Okay? Hating on Blizzard is not boring. Hating on Blizzard is an indication of everything that anybody who loves video games should be afraid of. Hating on Blizzard is sad, because you're basically having to accept that no company, no matter how magical, no matter how strong, no matter how successful, no matter how brilliantly they communicate with fans and speak directly to the heart of gamers, no one is immune from the business monster that is greed. Okay, so you can call that boring. I call it A, fascinating, and B, fucking heartbreaking, sir. Jaffe's off the rails. Fuck you. Why am I off the rails? You know what? No, I'm not off the rails. I'm only off the rails because you're probably used to going through your day totally riding in between the lanes on the freeway and never moving outside of your comfort zone. I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I see people like you, sir. The more I see people like you, sir, and I say, you know what? I don't get this shit anymore. I don't get how people were raised by their parents. I mean, I get it. Oh, I fucking get it, man. I get it, and I think it's tragic. Because I have kids. I tell them all the time, you know what, Mike? Let me cut to the fucking chase. Raised by your parents, to follow the rules, to not disrupt, to not make noise, to not express yourself in a passionate way. And the minute you do, oh, he's off the rails because he has an opinion. He should just shut up and soulfully die inside while life shoves him his fucking gruel while he goes to work at the widget factory, sir. I'm reading a lot into what you said, but I'm just telling you. That's how it strikes me. Yeah, I'm having a breakdown. I don't think so. Okay. Oxylord, you're right. If the internet didn't exist, Hearthstone would not exist. That's true. So you were asking me about art. Can the guy who was asking me about my view about why games aren't art, can you put that back up? I want to answer that question, but I want to make sure I get it exactly right. Hello, Uruguay. I can't pronounce your name except the Crocamo. How are you? I am doing great, sir. I'm excited. In just a few minutes, we're going to play some Resident Evil 2. I am excited that I got a new game called Glass Menagerie. I am excited that there's neat stuff coming down the pike for the stream. I'm having a good night. How are you, sir? I love you too, Controller Hog. You're a good egg. You're a good egg. Will you play Red Dead 2? No, I have no intention of playing Red Dead 2. I hear it's very long and boring. I hear it's brilliant, but I hear it's very long and very boring. Not interested. Will I play God of War someday? Maybe. Not sure. Jenry Perez. First off, it's good to see you, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you've been doing well. Number two, I did totally disagree with your comment. The new Resident Evil 2 is the most artistic game ever. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. No, Joel 11, I did not. It was so funny. I got so much shit for this on the internet. He wants you to know, folks, that I had once said that God of War 3 was like, where did it go? Was like art in motion. No, the quote specifically was, I had gone to Sony Santa Monica. They showed me an early build of God of War 3, and I said it looked like a painting come to life in terms of the graphics. The internet can go fuck itself, because at the time when it came out, go read the reviews. Everyone talks about how amazing and gorgeous that game was in real time. The fact that I said it looks like a painting come to life, fuck you. You know what else? I would like just there to be a website. Somebody to keep a website called JaffeWasRight.com. Because I'm the canary in the coal mine, or I'm certainly ahead of my time. I can even point you on my old blog, which is still up. There was this idea. I mean, man, fuck journalists. Man, fuck game journalists, okay? Let me tell you something. I was only reminded of this recently, and you goddamn right I'm going to take a moment to pat my own self on the ass and say, Jaffe, good on you, son. Okay, listen to this. You can go back to my blog. I posted a blog 6 years ago, give or take, 5 years ago, and I said, hey, you know what? I love journalism. Here's what we should do, folks. We should have a Kickstarter, and we should raise $100,000 to pay a game journalist to basically use that money for a salary and then pay him a little bit more for expenses, and they don't have to be tied to marketing budgets. They don't have to be tied to editorial. We can basically, every $100,000 we raise, we give it to another journalist, and they can go off and they can do good games journalism, right? Boy, you would have thought the games journalists were like, Jaffe's a moron. Does he know how much we game journalists make? What a dumb idea. What is game journalists now, you fucking idiots? It's a lot of fucking internet personalities who are funded with Patreon. It's people funded by the fans who say, I like the way that journalist writes. I like the way that journalist creates. And guess what? Some of them are making well over $100,000 in Patreon a month, certainly within a couple of months. So fuck you. If you couldn't imagine yourself making that much money as a journalist, well, that's your problem. Maybe you were a shitty fucking games journalist. You probably still are. But who was right? Yep, you goddamn right. Jaffe was fucking right, motherfucker. Yep, there it is. The kids are shouting from the mountaintops, from the rooftops. Jaffe was fucking right. God damn it. Hashtag Jaffe was right. What do I think about Days Gone? I think it looks cool. I mean, I like motorcycles, and I like dirt bike motorcycles, and I think that's cool that they have one. I'm kind of bored of zombies, but I like that developer a lot. I like Sony first party a lot. I like the tone of it more, but I am kind of tired of Sony's here's what I'll tell you. if look, here's what I'll fucking tell you, folks. It looks great, beautifully executed. I mean, how you know the shtick, you know the song and dance, folks. But I mean, if this game is earnest and slow in terms of its storytelling, and it's meant to be really serious, and the nights are getting colder and longer, and I don't know how much longer my little girl's going to survive. I mean, come on, man, enough. Boom! I wish I had graphic skills. I would just graphic that shit up. Come on, Sony, come on. Let The Last of Us do it. It's like Fox made Star Wars back in the 70s, and then everything had to have spaceships in it. Enough. We get it. You like The Last of Us. It did great. It got awards. Everybody's fucking happy. Okay. There are other tones, folks. So I'm excited. And I agree. I like their zombie animals. That's pretty fucking cool, Mike Warrior. I like that shit. And I'm going to play the game, man. The developers, the guys who did Siphon fucking Filter, right? I mean, I got great love for the works of Bend, Oregon. I'm more just like, come on with the tone, man. Enough. Why does everything have to be so goddamn, gray and depressing, man? Shit. But I'm still interested to take a look at it. Delroy says he guarantees that's the direction Days Gone is taking. I hope not, man. You could make a fun fucking zombie game. I'm not saying make it a joke. I'm not saying fucking mix American Pie with fucking zombies, although that could be pretty cool, actually. That's my idea. You don't get to take it. But I'm just saying that enough of the somber shit, man. Sometimes the sun's got to peek out from the clouds and fucking light up the day. Give us a game like that, for the love of fucking God, man. Madav says it's also got marketing issue because apparently the freakers aren't zombies. Oh my God. Could we just stop with that? Could somebody just fucking have the balls to say they're zombies? No, these are clickers. They're not zombies. These are freakers. They're not zombies. Come on. It's like there's one executive at Sony that everybody's got to kowtow to. And he or she, I don't know if this person's real, but I'm imagining it's just somebody sitting on a throne going, I only like serious games. I don't like zombies. So when you go into the pitch meeting, because you got to get this guy or this woman's nod of approval, emphasize it's not zombies. And get rid of all the humor in the game and you'll get your green light. That's what it feels like, man. That's what it feels like, and it drives me crazy. Jaffe, you need to play Hat in Time. I do want to play that game if you want the opposite of a depressing game. It cheered up this old chunk of coal. First off, Drunken Bastard, it makes me so happy that you refer to yourself as an old chunk of coal. It's both depressing and sad and also charming in the way that sort of an old 1930s Hollywood movie is. You old so-and-so, you old chunk of coal. But no, I'll give it a play. I've been wanting to play it. You said games were not art yet. Can you explain? Is there something holding it back? Can it be fixed? Well, I mean, first off, art's stupid. The idea of chasing art is ridiculous. Art is an egocentric pastime, okay? You're either affected by something in a meaningful way or you're not. Bingo. That's it. Okay? And you're even, and how deep you're affected is what I'm talking about, okay? So the only way video games will ever get to the point that I think they are, that they resonate and they stay with the audience outside of nostalgia, but just as a piece of communication, is if the game creators are pursuing that goal via expressing those ideas and those emotions through play mechanics. So there are some games that do it. There are some games that work towards it, but most games today have the unfortunate benefit of being lauded as artistic masterpieces. 10 out of 10, 9s out of 10. Here's a goddamn Game of the Year award every fucking year, every fucking sequel. But in reality, what they really are sort of B- level, straight to DVD, straight to Blu-ray, straight to Netflix movies that have incredibly high polished production value. And they basically wrap themselves in the tropes of artistry. So I think what it's really going to take is a brave group of developers who say, you know what? It's fun to be called an artist. It's fun to be lauded. It's fun to be told that you're special. We love that. But you know what? we're going to walk away from that because it's not genuine. And we're going to be okay, to quote Hamilton, planting seeds in a garden that we may never see. We're going to be okay making decisions in our video games that may take 10 years for people to understand how important they were to move the medium forward. So I think it's really going to take people that really look at games and strip their ego out of it and say, I don't care if NeoGAF or Reset Era or Polygon says I'm important and I have something to say. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is I want to use this medium in a way that it hasn't been used before. And when a player has those experiences with the medium, it will speak to them on a deep level, not a cutscene level, not a level of going, wow, it looks just like a fucking movie. Must be great because movies are great. No, on a level that you put the controller down and go, wow, I have been emotionally changed by that experience. That's what I'd fucking say. Are you going to play Shadows Die Twice? Don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Drunken Bastard, that old piece of coal, says, I see your point when it comes to AAA titles. They're all depressing zombie games, but we need to look at the Japanese game. Lollipop Chainsaw is last gen, man. Lollipop Chainsaw is going on 10 years old. I mean, I agree, but that's not a modern game. Madav says other mediums are recognized as art. Why not games? Number one is, why do you care? Who gives a fuck if it's? I mean, think about the level of ego on you if you care that the hobby that you prefer is recognized as art. That's the number one thing that's always driven me batshit about people wanting video games to be seen as art. Why? So your mom and dad don't mock you endlessly? So the girls at high school don't look at you and look their noses down at you? Are you that fucking insecure? Okay? I don't need video games to be art. I can go to my grave, and if no one ever says video games have arrived, who gives a shit? Says who? Says who? Why do you care? Okay? But if they are going to actually, and that's what I'm saying, to make them actually, ironically, to become the art that they potentially can be, requires video game developers that don't give a fuck about them being art, but they only care about expressing themselves using the best of the medium. That's it. That's it. Seems like developers are more interested in making you react to a cutscene than making a game that connects to people. Fuck yeah! And they should be called out on it. But instead, they're celebrated. They're celebrated. Oh, I cried when Eris died, you guys. I cried. So? It was a cutscene. It didn't mean anything. It was a cutscene. You literally could take Crash Bandicoot in level 3 to level 4. You could put in a totally non sequitur, but really, you could put in the Owen ad from Microsoft in the middle of Crash Bandicoot. And because it's attached to Crash Bandicoot, you go, oh, it made me cry. Yeah, but the game didn't make you cry. There's just some fucking cutscene in the middle of it. Big deal. Big deal. I cried when I realized I wasn't playing as the real big boss in Metal Gear 5. Who cares? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And if you did, why? Explain that to me. Why did you call me on the phone? The phone line's open. Why the fuck did you cry? Because what? Developers should try to balance gameplay, story, cutscenes, and humor to make it a complete package. No. Developers should try to just make gameplay. You don't need cutscenes at all. I cried after Metal Gear Solid 5. Hey, I cried after Metal Gear 4 because I could finally get up and go to the fucking bathroom because the goddamn last ending movie was like 40 fucking minutes. Well, I cried when Old Yeller died too, man. Hogwash says, I don't want to play with Owen, Mom. Well, I'm not even going to read that, Hogwash. Just know that it's amusing. Mr. Low-Key says, I cried after reading the comments. JT says, cutscenes are for cutters. Why not both? Why do you need both? Why not both? Why not put a musical number in between every fucking scene in a movie? Why not both? I like TED Talks. TED Talks are good. Why not put some fucking TED Talks in between the next Mission Impossible? Tom Cruise leaps off a cliff, lands on a motorcycle, and literally in one fell swoop starts riding the motorcycle he just landed on while shooting somebody in the head with a sniper rifle. Bam, next scene. There is an old woman on stage at the TED Talk talking about how dementia doesn't have to ultimately be the end of your life, but you can still ride it out and have a good life as long as you get on the right medicine. Boom, next scene, Tom Cruise is having sex with this woman who ends up being a spy as they make their way to Italy to ultimately stop a case of nukes from getting in to the Vatican. I think it's you're right. Why not both? Why not both? I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Jaffe, why are you being get off my lawn, old man? Because that's who I am, dude. Because I have perspective. I've worked in games for 25 years. I've played video games since I was 6 years old, played Boot Hill for the first fucking time in a goddamn swimming pool cabana in Florida on vacation with my family. It's called perspective, sir. Because I understand that a lot of this is bullshit. That's not get off my lawn. It's not get off my lawn. That's fix this shit. This medium has the ability to be brilliant. And your egos are getting in the way. Last Dragon, I don't think you can put that on an entire genre. He says the game genre I hate the most are walking simulators. They all seem to be pretentious shit that pretends to be art, but are just boring games that require little input. Well, some of them are, but so are big action games that pretend to be art. I don't think Gone Home has that problem, but do I think other walking sims have that problem? Absolutely. Walking sims are where dropout art students go to die, basically. But it doesn't mean the genre is problematic. You can tell a really great interactive story in a walking sim, and when they work, they're fucking brilliant, man. They're fucking brilliant. Yeah, you know what? Enough. Jaffe, you're going to have a heart attack. Jaffe, you're going to have a stroke. You know what? I'm sorry. But is there no one except Captain fucking Hogwash in the chat that's got some juice, man? That's got some fucking passion? Maybe the reason that you guys don't understand what I'm talking about is you live passionless lives. Come on. Care about this shit a little bit. You say you care. I love video games, man. I love them. They're art, man. Fucking have some passion and call this shit out. God damn. I tell you what. I don't hate what you like, Cot. I don't hate video games. I love video games. I love them so much that I'm willing to call them out. Here's the equivalent. It's like having a kid on drugs, man. You love the kid enough that you say, you know what, pal? You got to leave the house for your own good. It's called tough love. I could sit there and smother the motherfucker with adulation and love and adore him and tell him everything he does is brilliant. And guess what? When I die, that fucker's going to be homeless because he never learned to take care of himself. I'm showing tough love to video games. I'm showing tough love to Sony. You're telling me if Days Gone comes out and it looks cool, man, it's got cool motorcycles, it's got cool motorcycle gangs, tons of fucking zombies, a cool setting. You haven't really played a game with all that nature before with zombies. It's got a lot going for it. A great developer with a great pedigree. You're telling me that game comes out and it's some fucking schlocky fucking story that has AAA production values on it trying to make you feel something? You're going to go, oh, yay, art, everybody, art. Really? No, you call that shit out. I did play a little bit of Spec Ops: The Line. What I played, I liked, but I never finished it. And I hear the story was important, but it never got, I never got around to it. Hogwash says, oh, there's the heart attack. Fuck you. Listen. Hogwash says the motorcycle in Days Gone has feelings. There you go. This is the perfect example of the generation gap, says Sober Hippie. As a guy born in 99, I always saw games as interactive movies. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that shit, man. What the fuck? Is it Kokomo from the Beach Boys? Crocamo says you call it out because you love it. I know that feeling. Absolutely. Developers want their game to be on X. X reacts to game on YouTube. Could be. God of War did the same shit. Yeah, in 2005, I've grown. I've learned. That's why I don't make those kind of games anymore. The games I've made since have not been successful, but at least they've been pure. They've been genuine. They've been attempts by me to speak in the language of the medium, sir. I don't think God of War 1 works. I love it. I'm proud of it. I love people have fond memories of it, and I think aspects of it hold up. But what I learned was, trying to make a video game that's also a movie, not such a great idea. I am playing Resident Evil. I will in a minute. No, oh my God. No, Allie, I'm not. Literally, Allie says, it says you're playing Resident Evil. Stop talking. Play game. No. I loved Calling All Cars too, Galagos. Thank you. I enjoyed it. I thought we did a good job with it. I'll fucking play Resident Evil when I fucking want to. God damn. If there's one thing I'd like to know is Jaffe's take on Spielberg said you can't tell video. I don't think Spielberg spoke that way because he is eloquent when he speaks. You're quoting Spielberg, Cod, as saying you can't tell video games tell compelling stories. I don't understand what that quote means. Little cutscenes in the middle of 20 or 30 seconds and a bigger one at the end, that's enough. Certainly, Johnny Bravo, I would agree. I am very excited, Blah, for Ghost of Tsushima. I am very excited for Cyberpunk. Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, I need to see more. I'm not going to jump through hoops because it's Kojima. I love Kojima. Metal Gear is one of my favorite IPs of all time. Death Stranding so far, if it wasn't for the pedigree of Kojima, I would look at Death Stranding and go, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Which 4 do you think launches this year? Ghost of Tsushima will launch this year. Cyberpunk will launch this year. Last of Us will be March, probably. Death Stranding will probably be... Oh, that's going to be tough for Sony. That's going to be tough for them because I have a feeling they're both going to wrap. You're probably, if one of them gets forced to come out, oh man, that's tough. Because Last of Us has had more development time, I think, than Kojima's game. And that March window is the last. One of those is going to be March. That's why God of War was always March, because we could never make Christmas. We always wanted to be a big holiday title, and it's like, no, you have to be March. But March is the end of fiscal year, and our budget ran out at the end of fiscal, so it had to be March. So one of those is going to be March 2020. The question is then, is Sony going to force the other one to be a Christmas title? And if they do, oh, that's tough. My guess is they would probably force Last of Us because it's had more dev time, unless Death Stranding is starting to look like an art house game, like just super not commercial and arty farty, at which point I could see them pushing that to Christmas 2019 and letting Last of Us, because it's more commercial and a proven brand, hit in 2020. It wouldn't surprise me, though, if that's what they're dealing with. Last of Us 2 will absolutely not be a PS5 launch title. I can't speak for Shu, but I can tell you what Shu told us. Last of Us 2 is hitting the same time in the life cycle of the hardware that God of War 2 hit. And we were like, oh, we want to be on PS3. He's like, I bet you do. I'm sure you do. But no. Why not? Because you guys, by the time that Last of Us 2 is ready, you will basically have over 100 million sold through PS4s in the world. There's no way that Sony's going to walk away from that level of potential sale through on Last of Us 2. Now, they're already probably working on a remaster for PS5. You goddamn right. But there's no goddamn way that won't be out on the PS4. You think Cyberpunk is not coming out this year, Delroy? You think it's 2022? Dude, I don't know. I mean, look, I've only been following it a little bit. It looks fucking great, though. I am very excited for it, and I will absolutely be picking that up. I hope it's sooner than later. Ghost of Tsushima, I think, will absolutely be out this year. I really, really do. The only reason it might not be, I mean, who knows, man? I'm not privy. I'm not inside anymore. Trust me, when I was inside, I would know, and I couldn't tell you. Now that I'm not inside, I can just talk like you guys, but I don't fucking know. One could argue that Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us, Dreams, Death Stranding, I think there's one more. There's probably DLC coming for some other game. The fact that Sony's like, yeah, we don't have enough to show at PSX. Come on, really? Those 4 titles alone, not to mention indies and third-party games, you may not have had a big announcement, but who gives a shit? You could still have a great fan meetup. Days Gone, right? Yeah, so I don't know, man. There's a lot of great stuff coming still for PS4. You know what's going to crash and burn next week is Crackdown. People are saying Crackdown is not a great game. I hear the multiplayer is better than the single player. I think it looks like a lot of fucking fun, just as sort of a stupid, kind of silly game. But I don't think it's going to be the home run that Microsoft at one time in their life was hoping for. I mean, I think that's obvious, right? But we'll see. We will see. Yeah, ask Crackdown. When's the next God of War out? I don't fucking know. They don't tell me shit, man. I mean, I could find out probably, but then I certainly couldn't say anything. Obsidian's new game looks cool. Oh, Outer World. It does look cool. That's right. I may be dreaming, but I hope at least early day multiplayer games will be cross-gen play. Oh, between PS4 and 5. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. All right, should we play? Are there any other questions? Again, the phone lines are open. The Discord is open if you guys want to call in, so we can we can talk throughout the game playing. But we're going to start up Resident Evil in just a second. Jaffe, did you see the whole mess surrounding the new Metro? I did. I thought the fan base was stupid. We talked about this, Skylar, a little bit yesterday or my friend the Devil did. By the way, new show coming to the Jaffe stream called Imaginary Friends. If you tuned in yesterday and saw a number of crazy characters speaking, it will be the lowest rated show I've ever done, probably lower than Stiltskin, but I don't care. It's going to be called My Imaginary Friends. It'll be once or twice a week, and watch it or don't. I don't care. I have so much goddamn fun doing it. But anyway, so what was your question, though? What was your question? Hang on. Yeah, the whole mess surrounding Metro. I mean, I think, come on, really? You're going to review bomb the game because the developer made a better deal for, I mean, think about, I mean, God, I can't even articulate how dumb these gamers look. It's like, dude, these guys bust their asses to make the best shit they can. If you don't like their game, absolutely, go give it a shitty review. And I have to assume these are teenagers, right? These are kids, right? I mean, you're telling me that these kids are so uneducated about the world of business, their parents don't teach them, their economics class don't teach them, that you can't say, hey guys, this developer is putting out this game and they want to make money on it. They want to be able to make more of it. They don't want to shut their studios down. They want to be able to keep people working even after the game launches and they're in a lull period, right? Why would they not go to the Epic Game Store where they basically get, 80, 90% versus 60% or 50% that they get at the Steam store? Why would they not go to the Epic Store where they basically get to be a big fish in what the moment is a small pond versus go to Steam where they get buried amongst thousands of titles that come out every month? I don't want to have 2 stores on my computer. Negative review. That was him hitting it extra hard, just so you know. That's what my miming was. Look, I'm not an actor, okay? I'm not a professionally trained thespian. I needed to kind of put a lot of moxie into it. That's what that was. They were review bombing it hard. So, what do I think? I think they're a bunch of goddamn fucking babies, man. Oh, I don't want to have 2 storefronts, man. No, I don't like that, man. I don't like it. Oh, I fucking hate it, man. Fucking hate it. Thank you. What I like is that's the first follow we've gotten of the night, and it required me looking like a moron to do it. So clearly there's somebody out there who's like, more of that, Jaffe. Yeah, I don't understand, but thank you for the follow regardless. You're saying this stinks of 30-year-old boomers doing this. I don't think boomers are 30. Aren't boomers in their like 60s, man? No, don't tell people to hit follow, blah. I don't want people to follow unless they are the spirit gets in them. I don't want to ask for follows. Never. I sound like a future Owen. That's terrible. That ad was very moving. The first Owen ad was not good. It was well made, but it was super fucking cheesy, man. But the second Owen ad was fantastic and emotional, and it makes you so fucking happy. Oh, Jaffe didn't play the video games or art sound. Oh, I'm sorry, fucker. Here you go.
Video games, you see. Art. Yes.
Oh, Rob accidentally hit the follow button. Great. That's just exactly what I fucking need. Okay. Fellas, we are going to now play a game that I like to call Resident Evil 2. So let me just kind of close my eyes. Again, now when I'm playing, I won't be able to pay as much attention to the chat, but I will do my best. Oh, Captain Hogwash, you're going to go to hell. Hey, I'm not going to talk about wrestling for much, but wow, Becky Lynch and Stephanie McMahon last night. Come on, man, that was good stuff. And then Ronda Rousey, she was ready to fucking tear down anybody who got in that fucking ring. And I'm going to tell you something else. And this is the only thing I'm going to ask you guys about wrestling. Oh, I'm getting hate for shutting down the Twisted Metal servers. I'm sorry. A, I don't work for Eat, Sleep, Play. B, I don't work for Sony, haven't in many, many years. And C, it's only a server that was up since 2012. Sorry that, didn't stay up long enough. Oh, Ice and Advil, man, that was awesome, Captain Hogwash. But the best part last night is I'm sitting there looking. No, I am not going to attempt the tofu mode of RE2. Fuck that shit. I'm sitting there looking at the wrestling. And do you know who I looked at? I mean, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. For the first time in my life, I caught a glimpse of Bailey. And I'm like, she's kind of sexy. Bailey's kind of sexy, but that's what I said. That's what entered into my brain for a moment. And then I was just like, what? Why? Bailey? No. Becky Lynch? No. I'm Asuka and Ronda Rousey, man. Asuka and Ronda Rousey. Austin says it sucks drawn to death is shutting down. Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, folks, Resident Evil time. Let's do this shit. Okay. Hang on. Oh, no wonder. Hang on, fellas. I'm a dork. Really, Jaffe? We knew that. We knew that, motherfucker. Boom. All right, what do we want to play? Do we want to play Glass Masquerade first? Now, let's play Resident Evil first. We're going to play Resident Evil first, and then we'll play a little Glass Masquerade if there's time. All right, so beep. There we go, beep. Hey, that's cutting into my C. This is a professional operation, fella. Okay, here we go. Glass, did I say Menagerie? What's it called? Glass Menagerie, right? Okay. Oh, the State of the Union address is over. How was it, man? I don't know if you missed anything good. I don't, we're just talking. We're just talking, man. Okay, where's Steam? Come on, Jaffe, what are you doing, man? Focus, bitch. I said the B word. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Because I have a character who says the B word now, and when he says it, I've just gotten used to saying it again. I'm so sorry. I personally would not say it, but he does say it, and that makes me sad. Old man. Woman. Okay, hang on. Okay. Oh, shit. Hang on, folks. Okay, Johnny Bravo. Somebody tell Johnny Bravo. He says, I need to stream Twisted Metal or God of War. Tell him Tell him how successful he's going to be in that request. Hang on. All right, folks. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Here we go, folks. We're off to the races. Let's do it. Resident Evil 2. That was for me. Cher has been implanted with a ZG embryo. Anger that Annette could allow such a thing to happen. Claire makes her way to the secret laboratory and Nest. She has to find a way to save her friend. Oh, this is high drama. All right, here we go. Oh, well, thank you for the follow, pal. Out there in the world. Out there in the world. Think about that. Hang on, let's open this crate. What's happening in here? What am I doing? Okay, I've been away from this game for like 6 days. So I got to kind of reacclimate. Let me look at the map. Okay, what am I doing? I'm trying to get an antiviral agent in the west area, which is... Okay. There's a nap room? Fuck you. Okay, what's this? Senior staff PC. Let's go play on the computer. It'll take me a second, fellas. Hang on. I apologize. Okay, do I want to go... Okay, can I... Cafeteria. I've been there. A PC. No, that's a circuit breaker. Is there anything... A west area. There we go. Okay. Then this is right. I'm almost done. Really? I'm almost done with this game? Or with this story? Good. That would make me happy. I like short games. Okay, fellas, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting my brain. Sorry. It's, you know, you go from a chat to a game like this, it takes a minute. Just shut up. My God, you're so mean. Everybody's mean. Everybody on the internet is mean. You're a bunch... It's assholes. Oh, even this thing's mean. No. You can't go over there today. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's go, Clarice. Let's do this shit. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, good. Okay, thanks, Claire. Thanks, pal. It's appreciated. The remake blew my expectations out of the water. Yeah, I love this, Madav. I think this is one of my favorite games for a long time. Okay, what weapon? Focus, Jaffe. Yeah, and again, I always give Mike Warrior shit, as everybody should, because he's an idiot, but about his penchant for great graphics. But I will say this is one of the few games where I'm really grateful that the graphics are as real as they can make them. Like, certain games, I think... I mean, could this game have been great without it? Absolutely. But certain games are better when they do look like this. I think they did a really good job, man. Do I still have that fucking thing? I do. Look at me go. Okay, OSS is what I need. Jaffe, do you prefer playing as Ronda Rousey or Backstreet Leon? Claire, of course. Of course. OSS. That's what I need. Okay. Error. Fuck. Oh, I need another one of these? Go fuck yourself. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I gotta do this shit. Okay. What? Fuck you, man. Use. No, not use. Fuck you. Hang on. All right, I gotta focus. It's hard sometimes to play and talk to the chat. It's not easy. Okay, my life is not easy. OSS. Oh, I have to do it here. Okay, give me a minute. Dials don't always work on these fucking controllers. I'm literally turning my controller. I know what I'm supposed to do, but it's not reading the input very well. Isn't that it? It is the controller's fault. Yeah, in Inky H2O, this game, they do a really good job with Claire, for sure. All right, let's watch this stupid fucking movie. Wow, what do you think he's going to pull out? Come on, man.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time. Hold your fire!
I wonder if he would die that quick. Like, he's out. I mean, he's not dead, but...
What the fuck were you thinking? Our orders were to bring him in alive. We're in, sir. We had a snafu. Target resisted. We had to take him out. That's correct, sir. Roger that. Just the sample, then. Let's move.
That's a good movie. Heard the good news. G is almost ready. Strange you never thought to report to the research lab, but I suppose I can let that slide. Fuck you. Hey, don't worry. You've done work on G. And you're under suspicion for breaching your contract. It has become clear you have claimed ownership of the G project. Please respond to the investigation. And also, Becky Lynch can't fight in the WWE until she's a doctor. Okay. Is there an old typewriter in here too? I wonder if I need this thing anymore. Let's see. I think I can probably put this down. Okay. I'm gonna put you in here for a little bit. Why don't you go live in there for a minute? I might need you a little bit. Hang on there. I might need you. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I need from in here. Get myself a dongle. A dongle key. That sounds kind of pornographic. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Oh, look at this. This is like that table in Prometheus where it does the operations and shit. Do. Look at that. Look at just the detail. Look at the shit in there. All right. I need some ammo, folks. I need some ammo. I like Mike Warrior says, why are you so bad at video games? You know what? I'm a grown-ass man, sir. I have things to do. I have children to raise. I'm trying to figure out my next career move. Why are you so bad at video games? Because I'm fucking busy. I don't actually put any stock in the fact that being good at a video game means anything. That's why. You think I didn't see your little note in the chat? Remember? Oh, this is like the movie. Remember the movie where they got slit by those lasers? They just got cut in half. Will she get hurt? No. It's like blacklight posters and shit. I can't get rid of the key, Leather. Look, I can't get rid of it. It won't let me discard it. Don't you see? This is what it's like in my brain. Oh, just a small little piece for sure. Put it in a box. You put it in a box. That's what your mama said last night. Oh, that was a not really good one. Just okay. You know what's funny? There are people out there that would actually fight you if you did a my mama joke. It's like, you fucking said something about my mama. It's like, dude, it's a your mama joke. I don't actually know your mother, sir. You take back what you said about my mom. Really? Are you 5? Ooh, that's cool. Stuff in floating stuff is cool. Ew. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like one of Hogwash's bowel movements. Look at that. So does that. Jesus Christ, that's awesome. Oh, what's this do? Oh, it triggers a cutscene. All right, what is this? Oh, okay. I guess I need a key. Oh, I have that. That's Claire's little thing, or whatever her name is. Yeah, look at that. Damn. Now what, lady? Why did I even need the... Well, I guess it's part of the story. Okay. Yes, I've been playing games for so long and I suck. I don't care. What does it matter? Like, I mean, Mike Warrior, you're older than I am, and you actually say that like you're on the playground. I'm not good at video games? So what, man? Who gives a shit? That's the funniest goddamn thing. What do I care if I'm good at video games or not? They're video games, man. They're just toys. They're fun. They don't mean anything if you're good at them. It's crazy. Crazy people like you still get made. Oh, gunpowder. I'll put it right here. There you go. Oh, nice. Nice. You impress women with your gaming skills? No, you don't. No, you don't. Jaffe's so bad at games, he shouldn't be allowed to play them. Fuck you. Why don't you have the SMG with you? Because I haven't found it. Right. When you're done with key items, the checkpoint appears. Yes, Leather, just for you. This little key storage goes out to my good boy Leather out in the world. God, I know, buddy. Okay, it's in there. You happy? What does David really do all day? You're older than me? I think you're older than me. You certainly fucking talk like you're older than me. Yes, I missed the SMG. I did. This, what do you want? What do you want from me? Yeah, my wife divorced me because of my gaming skills. I would probably be married longer if it wasn't for my obsession with video games and pop culture. Trust me. Oh, God. Mortar Reed. Who gives a shit? I don't care. It's a virus. It hurt people. Bad. Zombies. Bad. Come on, Claire. Let's get this shit done. This little game goes out to Mike Warrior. Uh-oh. No boss fight. Not again.
Your ass again. William! This ends now.
I still love you, William. Maybe not. What? Where was she? Hiding in a locker back there? I explored those whole... They should have sex on top of the corpse of that thing. Like a great lesbian sex scene right now on top of that zombie corpse.
She is my creation.
You love that, man? That's so beta. It's like, let it go, man. Life, shit happens. Listen to some Joe Rogan and some fucking, William, whatever the fuck guy's name is, Peterson.
William.
Cutscene. Listen to the music. Now I'm supposed to be all like, no. Yeah. Leather says, I'm in tears from this cutscene. Such art. Well, you know it's art because the music. You know you're supposed to be sad because the music.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other. What about she?
That's much is clear.
Could you just leave her all alone? Or Raccoon City burned to hell. I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with the G virus.
I do respect women. What are you talking about? Oh, it's like that Samuel Jackson movie, Great Deep Blue Sea or whatever. The Birkins suck. The Birkins are like the family. You're right. They hope they don't invite you over for dinner. It's like, oh shit, the fucking Birkins, man. Oh, come on, help me take this boss out. You've already killed him. Now you're sorry again? You clearly didn't love the man. They should go to counseling. There should be a whole mini game. Why am I not respecting women because I'm asking for lesbian sex? Why can't I be attracted to two women having sex that are attractive? And why does that mean I don't respect women?
Don't stop until it's finished.
That's the game. That's the game basically telling me don't give up. Don't quit the game. It would have been nice if they would have given me some fucking health before this started. Just a thought. I gotta tell you, I fucking hate boss fights. I really do. No, pull the gun out. I've got ammo. No, I want that gun. The ending of the game is William and his wife seeing a counselor. I would love that. It's healthy. Then it's art. Then it becomes art. Pick up a tank, fucker. Come on, fuck you. Sorry I didn't shoot her at the right time when the animation was not playing. Fuck. Dumb fuck. Could I get some fucking health, maybe? Is that possible? Yeah, that's my fucking fault. See you, Cot. Let me ask you, do you guys like boss fights? Like, this is so not, this all this is stressful to me. This is not, I'm not playing this going, oh man, this is fun. Fucking hate boss fights. Hate them. Because I basically know I'm going to die 20 fucking times. Okay, I'm just going to look for health first, just to see if there's health in here. Wow, yeah, I hate boss fights, man. So why am I getting a interactive thing here? Where is their health? What's this? Shit I don't need. It's not that I just suck, Jin John. I just don't like boss fights, man. Boss fights are the most fun when after dying a billion times you slay it. Yeah, not me, man. I hate this shit. I've loved this game so much, but this is just... Ugh. There's first aid spray somewhere. Really? All right. I don't mind if the boss fights are epic. It's just... You know what it is? It doesn't feel like I've got it. It feels like... You know what it is? This is what I don't like about it. Every time I fought this thing, every time I fought this thing, it's basically the issue is, like, I can't tell because of the goddamn camera how close I am to him hitting me. So basically that's my problem is I don't feel like I've really got a control of the situation as a gamer. I feel kind of like 20-30% of it is kind of random. You know, so because I don't know where he is right now, and I don't know even when he's here, like when can he get at me? Plus, I'm looking for this magical health. The fuck is that? Oh, okay, I'll take that. Like, oh, come on. I didn't even know he was behind me. Right? Come on, like that's my fucking fault. Come on. And that's what I'm saying. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy the fight. It's just not fun because I can do everything seemingly right and then I still am like, oh, sorry, nope, sorry, we got you. Isn't that fun? I'm like, no. I'm not going to turn into Darksider Phil. I know there's resources without the room. That's why right now all I'm doing is looking. All I'm doing is looking for health. And once I find some health, I can at least plan out a strategy. But right now, I mean, come on. What kind of game sends you into a boss fight? No, I want that gun, fucker. Oh, so that's how he stays down for 2 seconds? Pick up your shit. Pick it up. Pick up your shit, Venom. And let me shoot you at exactly the right time. If I shoot it too soon... Fuck you. Fuck you. A 3-hit animation? Go fuck yourself. Lift a tank, motherfucker. Not gonna make it in time. Really? Okay, you know what? Fuck this game. Fuck this game. Fuck you, Capcom. You make one of the best games of the year. Fuck you. Oh, well, no. I mean, I literally shot him. I literally shot the guy. And twice when he was lifting the goddamn tank. Nope, sorry. You didn't know the proper hit frames where he'll drop it on his fucking head. Fuck you, Capcom. Oh, it's a challenge. It's great. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is why you gamers out there, you got an insecurity complex. You're like, oh yeah, it's hard. It's good. No, this is where you lay into the goddamn game developer and go, you guys fucked up. You act like the game developer's like, no. You have to wait till exactly the right frame. That's when you know to let loose with the fucking acid round. No, it's just bad development. How the fuck am I supposed to? I mean, come on, man. Fuck you. Dodge, duck, dip. What game do you think I'm playing? Vanquish? The woman can barely walk right now, sir. Come on. Yes, the eyeballs are absolutely weak points. That's absolutely true. They are. I mean, I'm not mocking you. They are. Hang on. Let me fucking get this thing ready. God forbid they'd give me a chance to get some fucking health. Yeah, we don't want to send you into one of the last fights the goddamn... Okay, Mike Warrior, fuck you. The game's not hard. It's hard for me, fucker. You're so awesome, man. Yes, I know I shouldn't shoot the fucking floor, fucker, okay? Oh, come on! There's no reason to know if I should have made that or not. No reason. God knows the collision doesn't tell me. Maybe he's right behind me. Okay, there's the tank. No! God damn it! Shut up, Jason WB. The game's not that hard. It's not an issue of that hard. God, don't you guys get it? It's not the fact that the game is hard. It's that the game has shitty collision. Like that tank, you go back and look at when I put this video up for YouTube, I'll edit that shit out. That collision, she missed that tank, man. Oh, but it killed her. I don't want to play Ninja Gaiden, Jason B. The people are acting as if you're only allowed to be good at games. I know. Blah says, oh, Blah, you're going to hell. I'm not even reading that. I have not seen a single person complaining about this game other than you. Oh, yeah, man, Mike Warrior. It's so true. Burn on me, Mike Warrior. Burn on me. I've done nothing in my life. I have no accomplishments. The least I could do is, succeed at a video game, man. Because that's what matters. I know I need to shoot him before he throws the thing. I'm fully aware of that. The problem is... Now, if I was playing this with a mouse, it would be a lot easier, but I'm not doing that shit. See, like, that doesn't matter. It didn't matter that I hit him there. It's not actually about health. It's you've got to hit him when he's in certain states. The game doesn't really communicate that. Oh, it's great. No, it's not. It's bad game design. Like here, there's only a certain time I can hit him when he's got this thing. Like, right? Go fuck yourself. Now, I guarantee you, if I do it again and I hit him at the right time, there was zero reason that fucking tank did not drop on him that time. Did you fucking see that? Don't fucking hit me up with like, oh yeah, no, man. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's you, Jaffe. No. There's no indication. I understand you have to shoot the orange balls. Are you telling me that the reason... Okay, wait a minute. We're going to pause this for a minute. Let me educate you motherfuckers. I've made games for a long time, and I love this game. Let me fucking educate you motherfuckers, okay? Are you telling me that... I mean, think about this for a moment. Think about this for a moment. There are times when I hit him with one of the grenade rounds. And I hit him with the grenade rounds, and sometimes he goes down, sometimes he doesn't. I guess the collision on the grenade round is enough to hit the collision of the eyeball. So you're telling me that the eyeball is what makes him drop the tank? Because the collision is so poor in terms of communicating the splash damage, I've been under the impression that all I have to do is hit him with the splash damage, and that's what drops him. But now it's like, no, the splash damage doesn't matter. The amount of power doesn't matter. You just have to hit one of the orange glowy things. Right? You understand the problem. You understand why you guys have Stockholm Syndrome. Because you're like, oh, that's what the game wants of me. The game is brilliant, but the game makes mistakes. That's one of them. The boss battles are awful in this game. They are terrible boss battles in this game so far. The rest of the game's fucking game of the year. No, Hogwash, the problem is not me. The problem is really bad boss design. Really bad boss execution. Okay, I'm not... Leather says that's how the mechanic works. I'm not complaining about the idea behind the mechanic. I'm saying that it's not visually communicating that. And so when it doesn't do that, the player is left to go, wait, am I understanding the right thing that the game wants me to think? You disagree. There's nothing to disagree about. There's no visual language that tells you what to do. But now that I know, I guess I'll do the right thing now. Can I use this? Nope. God damn it. Fuck you. Even that. I literally am pulling down on the D-pad to change weapons. But, oh, this game. The boss battles, guys, I'm telling you, the boss fights in this game absolutely drag this game down a review number. Because I want to show you something. Okay, here's this gun. I push down on the D-pad and let it go because I want to use that gun, right? So here's this gun. Push down. Watch my hands. Watch my hands. Okay, she's got whatever that is, the Glock or whatever. I push down and right? But sometimes, look at that. It's not changing automatically. So she's got that pull down change. Nope. Now that one worked. Got that pull down change. It doesn't always fucking work, man. Yes, I have 0 heals in my box. What it is this game is not designed for this kind of fight. Oh, is that spray? Okay, I need that. No, don't do that fucking jump bullshit. Really? That hurt me? That fucking hurt me? Fuck you, man! Don't do the jump. I don't know how far the jump goes because I have no visual cue. That was my fault. Oh shit.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, Leather, but it wasn't bad because eventually I understood what to do. But the game doesn't communicate very well. Now is there a way I can play him? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it. That would have been a better boss fight if they would have communicated better. The boss fights in this game are not great. They're well conceived. They're executed poorly. Yes, I understood, but there's no reason to understand except trial and error. Do I want these? I don't even have that gun, but fine. Fuck you all. I hate you all. I do like games. I don't hate games with story, Busnut. I love games with story. Come on now. This is the problem with the internet. How much do I need to articulate? I love single player games with stories. They're my favorite kind of games. What is it that I don't like? I don't like games that don't understand how to tell stories through their gameplay. That's what I don't like. It's got nothing to do with the stories. I adore games with stories. Metal Gear is one of my favorite series of all fucking time. Come on, man. I do hate certain games with challenge. I do. I like games that send me on a cool adventure and throttle that edge. Look, let's put it this way. I'm serious. If you can recognize the challenge in a video game, it stops being immersive and it starts being a puzzle. That's just the goddamn truth. The best games to me that are story-based games are games that beautifully straddle that line between it's hard enough that you're engaged and you're not bored, but it's not so hard that you disengage from the immersion of the experience and start going, you know, okay, I need to figure out how to solve this challenge and let me step out of the fantasy. So yeah, it just depends. I did pick up the first aid in the room, Darth Moose. Now she should go beat the fuck out of that mother, because she's a terrible mother.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
Okay, I'm going. Oh, maybe she'll take a shower. Oh, look at her. Oh, yeah, baby. Isn't that terrible? You know, fuck you. I wanted to see, look, hang on. Yes, you're goddamn right. I'm a goddamn grown-ass man. I wanted to see if they made her get wet in the shower. I did. Oh, you're a perv. I wanted to see it. Fuck you. I did want to see it, and they did. They pleased me. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. I hate you all. You're not my friends. You're just mean. I'm going to go read Will Wheaton's blog. Okay, hang on. I think there's a carton in here or whatever, a chest, what have you. All right, Jaffe, what's going where? What are you putting where? Okay, let's make some medicine, shall we? Let's combine this with a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Let's get rid of this stupid fucking videotape. Store. I just want to get rid of it, man. Fuck that shit. Discard. Fuck you, motherfucker. What else do I need? Do I need any of this shit? I can put this away because God knows I don't have the goddamn... I don't have the machine gun. Haven't found it, folks. All right. In the middle of this super high-tech game, let's go find a typewriter from fucking Barton Fink and, you know, save. This guy's got to come alive pretty soon, right? Wait, did I just do this? Where am I going? What's that? Video player. Okay. Fine. Where's Sherry? Where are you, Sherry? Sherry. Sherry, baby. Okay, I guess I should go look at that PC real quick. Where am I going? This way? Okay. Really? Well, you could have... fine. Yeah, if the game had loot boxes, they could afford better typewriters. That's right. Capcom's doing good these days, boys. I'm telling you. Have I been shooting the raccoons? Are those little toys, those little clickers? I've shot some of them, but I didn't want to waste my ammo on a few of them. All right. Oh, what's that? I don't care. I really don't care. Let's go get Sherry, shall we? All right, Cromako, Crocamo. Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's a good idea, Darth Moose. They never will, but it's a good idea. Selling, Konami should sell Silent Hill to
Sure it's gonna
Capcom.
be all right. Should be weak for a little while.
What a drama queen.
She's free of the G-virus.
Did she give her the medicine? I didn't see her give her the medicine. What if she's pregnant with another kid she's not going to take care of? Or does Claire adopt this baby like Newt in Aliens? Karma. Claire is a better mom, that's true. The mother looks like Macaulay Culkin in a wig. Okay, so what? Like, what is this? Like, am I supposed to be like, oh, Sherry, that little girl? What do they want from me? How do they want me to respond to this? They haven't earned this. What does self-destruct sequence mean? I don't know, Claire. What do you think it means? Pac-Man, no. Miss Pac-Man, I'm good at. What is that? Oh, shut up. No one cares if you die. What do you mean, no? She was horrible to you.
Sherry. Sherry, please say goodbye to your mom. Mom, say goodbye.
Jaffe, do you like Claire armpits? I don't know. Is there a way to see them? I just like when they modeled her being in the rain. That was good for me. Or the whatever that was, the decontamination. She loved you. No, she didn't. This is like some telenovela. Come on. The fuck? That was creepy. That was hotter, though, than the Last of Us 2 kiss. You know, come on. Jesus. Jesus. Claire? Claire's a grown goddamn woman. I can't look at Claire as a grown goddamn woman. Why the fuck not? Yeah, it is her biological mother. Seriously, think about that. Think about that. Upgrade shit. You're telling me that I mean, that's such horseshit. I as a red-blooded male, I'm not supposed to be able to look at Claire, who's a grown woman, and be attracted to her because I have to check her ID first and go, oh no, she's only 19 and a half. That's too young. Too young? Too young for what? She's a goddamn grown-up. Oh, I know you're fucking with me, but I'm telling you, a lot of people ain't. A lot of people literally take that shit seriously. It drives me crazy. Hang on. Oh, I know you're joking, but I'm not. Claire is 13. The game was made in Japan. There you go. Okay.
I want to rush you, but we have to go.
I don't want, you know, I know your mom. I know your mom just died and all, but you know. Why am I a perv? Jaffe's a perv. Claire's a badass and smart as a whip. She gets to be hot and still be a badass and smart as a whip. Big fucking deal. You know, those two things are not exclusive, sir. I don't know where I'm going. I really don't think I should be going this way. I think I should be going to the cable car. Why can't I get to the cable car? Okay, how about that one? Claire's a person and a sex object. Great. Wait, social justice warriors add issues with Claire's sleeveless outfit because they said it's sexist? Wait, Reset Era thought Claire's shirt... Let's forget the self-destruct era. Let's look at Claire's shirt. This is a sexist shirt? It's a fucking tank top, man. It's hot, but it's not sexist. Access denied. Okay, what are we doing? Yeah, there's some... I'm going to kill you. I'm just kidding. I'm going to kill you. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to damage her psychologically. She just lost her mother and her father. And now she's in an elevator with this psycho with clearly a sexist shirt on. Um,
Claire? Yeah?
it's Mount Doom.
For being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
Well, yeah, because I'm not an asshole, sweetheart.
But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
She would be cold. It's unrealistic. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? Hey, that was a... What was that? Somebody's loading the game. Okay. Well, there's a type. I'm glad there's a typewriter here. What do we got, fellas? Let's see. I think I'm good. Let's save. I could use some amp. Oh, shit. That's hot when she's on fire in a tank top, Reset Era. Are you joking, though? Is Reset Era really getting upset with her? With these guys? There's no fucking way. You're shitting me, right? Sounds like Metal Gear a little bit. Remember Metal Gear 2 was I think the soundtrack was done by the same guy who wrote the Speed soundtrack, which was what we inspired us for Twisted Metal on the Rooftops level. And that's what this kind of sounds like. Oh, I love that fucking soundtrack. It's one of the best soundtracks ever. Does not get the love it deserves.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, what are you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
There's another boss. Ugh.
Damn it, your tone sucks.
Who are you talking to? Oh, Owen can. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, fuck you. I'm trying, lady.
Nice work, Sherry.
8 minutes until detonation.
This is like the Tower of Terror line at Disneyland. Are you telling me there's another fucking boss? I don't want to fight another boss.
You hanging in there?
I'm right behind you.
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
Hogwash, I'm not responding to any of your comments because they're so terrible.
Worth a try.
Did you not play Resident Evil 2? No, I didn't. I played a little bit of it at E3, but I never finished it. Oh, I gotta play another fucking boss. I don't like bosses. No, most of this game is new to me in terms of the experience. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, shit. How many slots do I need for that? Oh, okay. So I guess I need to find some stupid shit. Really? Really? How the fuck do I know where it is?
7 minutes until
Shut. Hogwash is going to hell. That's how that's going to work for him. Okay, come on. Okay, fuck, hang on.
What are you doing?
I gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always.
What do you mean, thank you for playing a relevant game? All games are relevant. What are you talking about? Do you know what music was used in Twisted 2 and Jet Moto? Yeah, I mean it was original music, but it was inspired by Dick Dale or somebody who did a lot of sort of surf music.
Something. Alright, it's working.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah. The whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast.
I know. I found a way out. I think we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, you're still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon! Damn!
No, not another boss. Him again? I can't tell when his eyes are vulnerable. It's not very clear. Really? Shut up, Captain Hogwash. All right, here we go. Let's do it for Sherry, folks. Oh, come on. Really? Great. Come on. Oh, real stupid. Oh, do I have the... Come on. Horse shit is bullshit. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. How much shit do I have in here? Go fuck yourself. Try harder. Okay, Mr. Probs. Yeah, what I don't get about his eyes, Murder Storm, is... Again, this goes back to what I was complaining about earlier about it not communicating it very well. Are the eyes always vulnerable? Or is it only when they're lit up? Because I don't want to waste ammo. But the game does a really bad job of communicating if I'm damaging the eyes always or... So, like, I'll show you. Like, hang on a second. Like, right now, are they able to hit or do they have to be glowing? Like there, I can't... Can I get the eyes there? Okay, the eyes are always vulnerable. Okay. Why would I want a knife? Mike Warrior, go fuck yourself. Game Shark. There you go. The shadows in here are really good because they help you see where the enemy is. Again, terrible spatial awareness in this game. Phase 2? Fuck you. There better not be a fucking phase 2. God damn. Cold Havoc, I'll tell you, that's terrible.
Claire! It's okay. I'm here.
Zolbeck, you are very welcome. I had so much fun with those Mega 64 guys. So guys were awesome. Oh, Darth Moose, I will never play this fucker on hardcore. No, thank you. Fuck that. Wow, look at her in that tank top. And that's my reward, fellas. I work hard and I get to see her in the tank top. Or in the wife beater. Am I right? Reset era. Wink. Somebody, you got to put a wink in there, folks.
Claire,
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
That's it? That's it? Okay. So here's the question. There's more to it. Okay. Not the true ending. Okay. So here's the question. And I'm not doing it tonight, but if I were to play this game as Leon, what does that get me? Like, what's different about the game? Like, why would I keep playing this game at this point? No, I don't wish I had a longer boss fight. I was fine. Yeah, but why would I play Leon B story? Like, what's the point? Like, what is it? Is it the same game and it's remixed a little bit, or is it worth playing more, or did I get the gist of what this game is, basically? There are some different areas you go to and it gets different weapons. You get the true ending and unlock the fourth survivor. Okay. New intro, different story perspective. Hang out with an attractive Asian lady. Okay. Last Dragon. You can fantasize about Leon like you did Claire. All right, I might play it. Not now. I'm gonna play in a second. I'm gonna switch over to this totally different game called Glass. I think it's called Glass Menagerie. Should I wait for these credits or can I skip them? Is there some Marvel thing at the end? Ada is Asuka. Okay, I'll probably play it. I did like that though. So my first playthrough, I would give that game. Oh man, you guys, there were a couple of real problems with it when it came to bosses. I still love this game. I enjoyed this game so very much. I would say this game is like, I would say, okay, I won't skip. I would say this game is, it's a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. I almost want to make it an 8.5, but because some of the boss fights are just kind of stupid, design wise. But I give it a 9. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this game. Come on with the goddamn credits. Come on, man. At least they should make them that you can scroll through them quickly. Nobody wants to see the credits. Think about that for a moment. Nobody wants to see the credits. You can skip and still see the cutscene. I don't want to take the chance. I mean, they just don't. Yeah, Odd Story, this game is, this game really is the first game in a long time that I have enjoyed. Because I do, people give me a lot of shit for not liking story games. I adore story games, but they have to be done with the right kind of level design structure and flow structure. And this is the first game in a very long time that has had that structure. And I don't know, like I said earlier, if this is sort of the shape of things to come, and developers will say, oh, people really like this a bit more crafted structure, or if they're like, oh, the only reason people like this is it was a throwback to a game in the 90s, and no, let's kind of keep the open world stuff. Susie P, the kind of structure is basically, it's handcrafted. It's more linear. Granted, it was open. You could go places. It wasn't like you were on a path like a Call of Duty single-player mission, but it definitely said, look, we're going to build this thing out room by room, and we're going to have scenario design, and we're going to guarantee you a really good time almost on every step of the path. So it's like they designed a roller coaster for you and let you play in it. Most games today are like, here's this big open world, and it's like, we think that's so much more immersive that we're willing to trade the fact that we can't handcraft where you're going to be every 5 seconds, and so we'll let the meta of the game, the leveling up, the collecting, we'll let all that engagement happen in your head, and we won't have to build it out in the game. And I just find that, relatively dull. I hope that makes sense. Last of Us is not open world. That's right. I did not like Last of Us only because I don't like stealth games, though. I agree, Murder Storm. I love how the environments in this game tell stories as well. Oh my God, you guys. People just, this is credit pornography. People just put long goddamn credits in the game just to be like, look at all the people. Yeah, I know, guys. But does the vice president of operations at Capcom USA really need a credit? Does the production services manager of Capcom Europe really need a fucking credit? I mean, really? It's not necessary. It's porn. It's ego. It's fucking ego, man. But I'll let Capcom slide. I'll let Capcom fucking slide. Because they are turning their company around, it seems. This, Resident Evil, PSVR, and 7 in general, HD Devil May Cry, which I'm going to play very soon on a stream. The new Devil May Cry. I mean, Capcom used to be my utter favorite video game publisher. I had art books about all their cool art and shit, and then somewhere along the lines, they just kind of fell fell off the radar for me. And in the last year, it's like, oh, my beautiful Capcom has come back. I love it. I love it so much. So they can do their credits all they want to. Of course I'm going to play DMC, yes. Right, nobody gives a fuck about any of the people in the credits except the people in the credits. I'm fine they have the credits in the game, but they should let you kind of scroll through them pretty quick. Okay, give me a good cutscene. Show me Coulson finding Thor's hammer. I did not play Onimusha Remastered. I might play it when they drop... If they drop the price down. That was it? That was it? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. I like it, though. 10 hours. I know there's more to the game, but I still think $60 is a little too much to pay. But it's a great game. Loved it. Loved it. I'm going to play Scenario B maybe, but we're not playing it right now. We're going to play a different game in just a second. Hang on. So Resident Evil, thank you for the time. One of my you're definitely so far my favorite game of the year, Resident Evil. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, I was going to get the calls working, but nobody seems to want to call on the phone, so I'll just go ahead and shut that down. You guys can call on Discord if you want, but for a moment, let me get this new game up. Susie P, you are welcome for the playthrough. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, how about the moment you're in the sewers for hours and the game finally spits you into the lab? I didn't really get that as a moment for me. Well, usually we get lots of calls, and then we didn't get any calls tonight. But I'm going to play a slower paced game right now, so maybe we'll get some calls on that. So this is called, it's called Glass Masquerade, and let's see how that goes. And let me start the phone lines back up too. 1 second. Why call to talk to an old man? Mike Warrior, God, I hope you die soon. That's a line from a movie, so don't blame me. I'm just being a dick. That is a line from a movie. Hang on. Mike Warrior is not just a kid. No, he's not. I hope you rot in hell, yeah. Is this Peggle? No. Hang on a second. No. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, guys. 1 sec.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show number and press pound. Enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
Okay. Well, thank you, Blah. You're a kind human. I appreciate you saying that. Okay. What do you mean, Papa April? No, April. It's not a hidden object. No, I wanted to try with the producer on a proper Jaffe stream. I may go back to a proper producer on a Jaffe stream, but right now I'm trying it without because I think I got a sense of pacing down. But we're gonna do a proper stream tomorrow. You guys tell me. All right, I've never played this game. I think I know what it is. This is a puzzle game. But what I like about this game is it'll let me chat with the chat more. So that's what I like about it. We didn't lose April. April's around, but and she's available hopefully if we want to work with her on some future shows. But right now, yeah, there's no boss fights. We recommend, fine, we'll go to France. What do I do? Okay, France. Take note of red fragments with rings. They can be quickly matched with corresponding rings on the clock. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm telling you, it's a, oh God, really? This is just a chill puzzle. It's a chill puzzle. I do not kill off a... Come on. It's terrible. Okay. Oh, this might be too hard for me. Hang on. Okay, you can't rotate them. Okay, that's helpful. Oh, okay. Maybe these are the inside pieces. Would I ever travel to France? I don't like to travel. The spatial awareness in this game is pretty good, fuckface. I'd like to go to France, but I don't like traveling, honestly. Maybe when I get older and... I'm sure under the right conditions I would very much enjoy going to France, but right now, no. I wouldn't want to leave my kids alone for that long and stuff. So far, this feels very trial and error. What made us pick Paris as an arena? It was just the fact that we were doing... the world, and that seemed like a great, you know, we wanted to pick the main areas in the world. Rob, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Jaffe? It's been a while since I've called, man, so I just figured I'd pick up the phone and do something, yeah?
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling. I haven't put up your poster yet, but I'm going to be putting it up very soon. I saw it on, you tweeted that your business partner, or if you guys don't know, Rob's the mod, but he's also making a video game. Did you say that your game might be in jeopardy right now?
Well, at the moment it's on hold, but probably nothing too big. It's just a bunch of financial stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can you say what your game?
About indie dev, you know, it takes a lot of money.
It does. It does. Is he financing it, or are you both financing it?
Oh, we're both throwing it
Okay.
in there, but at the moment it's just kind of like you don't want, if you're gonna get into being an indie creator, you never want to quit your job, you know. So work always comes first, and this is kind of something that's gonna have to come second. Got it.
Understood. Can you say what your game's about, or not yet?
Well, I mean, I can definitely say what it's about. It's so I have that project, and I have a side project that I've been working on when I'm kind of just bored and something fun to kind of do. But the game I'm working on now is called Ebb and Flow, and it's basically it's a Metroidvania kind of space odyssey kind of adventurous kind of thing. I took a lot of things from Jules Verne. I'm a huge Jules Verne fan, so
okay.
I tried to keep it as close to weird as possible. So that's basically the gist of it without spoiling anything too crazy.
Are you doing it in Unity? What engine are you making it in?
Oh, I was in Unreal Engine for a while, and we went over to Unity, and that actually was a better move. I feel like it's a lot better. It's a better engine in my opinion. I think mostly we went to it because of the name. I mean, you know, a lot of games are not really made in Unreal Engine as much as Unity, and Unity's a lot better for creators.
Yeah, Unity has a lot. not that Unreal's super hard, but Unity's an easier engine, at least for to get, we made Drawn to Death in Unity, so believe it or not,
it's a wonderful engine to use.
Do you think you'll play around with Dreams, or do you think that's too baby toy for you now that you're actually an actual game developer?
Oh, I'm super excited to play in Dreams. Like, I think I've been watching videos and stuff on people's creations in Dreams, and I'm like, I think Unity and Unreal Engine, this is actually, if they're going to let people use their creations for their own just game, then that's going to be pretty cool.
I agree.
All right, cool. It's one of those things about that, man.
Yeah, I will. I don't know if I'll make a game in it or not, but I'll definitely play with it and see what it's like. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy, man. All right, well, I just figured I'd call. I appreciate. I got my package in the mail. That was awesome.
I'm sorry it took so long. I like I said, I'm eventually able to push through my ADD and actually get shit done. But I'm sorry it took forever to get it to you.
Oh, no problem, man. I have my own ADD going on, so I've forgotten about it all.
Good. Good. All right, I'll talk to you soon, Rob. All right, see you, man. Thanks, man.
All right, see ya.
Rob the mod, folks. Rob the mod. Fuck off, Mike Warrior. I'm not bad at puzzle games. This is a hard game because you can't put pieces together by themselves. You have to only match with I have way too many fucking trolls in the stream. Okay. I shouldn't allow it, but most of them are harmless. The ones that are assholes, Rob or RPG or any of those guys, just destroy, which is nice. We have very good mods which allow us to let the trolls that are friendly hang out. This game I don't like so far. This is too trial and error for me. It doesn't really feel like Jigsaw Puzzle. It feels like just... There might be some kind of vibe you can get into with it. I at least want to complete one puzzle, but I'm totally just guessing. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. And this sucks. Yeah, the visuals are not telling me what to do. This is shitty. This has amazing reviews on Steam, though. And so I'm kind of thinking maybe I just haven't vibed into it yet. Maybe I don't quite understand what I'm trying to do. Odd story so far. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get one puzzle done. Come on, Jaffe. Get one fucking puzzle done. Is that asking too much? No. No, it's not. Okay, I need something with a curve in it. And that's the other part. Look at that. See, when you pick it up, it doesn't orient until after you've picked it up. How does this game have such good reviews? What the fuck? Okay, so I need this weird piece. Leftmost bottom goes to leftmost bottom, says Mr. Probs. This one? Hey, good job, Mr. Probs. Thanks, man. Has your daughter gone SJW on you since last stream? Why? Why would she do that? Thank you, Mr. Probs. Much appreciated, sir. I keep thinking they're going to play that For Your Eyes Only James Bond song. Bum, 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 bum. That song's so great. That's the best James Bond song ever. I don't care what you say. I'm kind of craving a new James Bond movie, fellas. See, that's the great thing about James Bond fans. They're not like Star Wars fans. They're not like, oh, it's not good. It's social justice, not good. Us James Bond fans are like, if that one's not good, we'll get another one. Maybe that'll be good. Any time with good old James and Moneypenny and all the fellas and Filettis, it's time well spent. It's time well spent. Down right is upper left. Holy shit. Good job, Sorcery Warrior. Good job. She did that once when you were getting made fun of for collecting toys. Oh, yeah, no, she's cool. Weren't James Bond fans pissed about the new James Bond being black? No. I mean, they haven't said he's going to be black. Certainly some racist are. There was actually a survey that we talked about on the stream a while ago where most James Bond fans are totally okay with the new James Bond being a black dude. They don't want him to be a woman, and they don't want him to be a gay dude. Those were bridges too far. I wouldn't care either way. I mean, I would prefer them to keep James Bond, and just invent new spies for that world and have some be gay and some be women of color and all. Men, oh, my God. Let James Bond be black or white, but they should have a female spy and a gay spy, because so much about James Bond is his masculinity and his, what the fuck is that thing? And his sexuality. But I'm okay if they want to fuck around with it. I don't care. Some don't think he can be anything other than white. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I have no problem with that. Bus Nut, are you telling me where it should go? I would love for Idris Elba to be Bond. People say that's possible. Yeah, Indie Respawn, you're kind of right. 007's a code name. It can go to anyone. But that's not really the universe. It's always been the same James Bond, because there's that whole... There are a couple of stories like with the agent that betrayed him in GoldenEye, and then there's his parents. You want a gay Jewish black Bond? I want that too, but who's also trans and a little person. Yeah, Daniel Craig's final one. That's what I hear for this last one. Fine with me, man. I think Daniel Craig's pretty good. I like, I grew up with Roger Moore, but I like Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. Those are my favorites. Okay, that's her chest plate. Where does that go? Come on, where's my help, puzzle people? What the fuck? Pauly Shore's Bond. Peter Dinklage could be a good James Bond. That's true, man. That's true. He would be pretty good. He'd be badass. Left second piece, far right side. Right middle. When you say left second piece, do you mean left? Are you saying left far ring or left inner ring? I don't know what the Tomorrow Never Dies song is. I don't even know how it goes. Give me some lyrics from it. .003.5. That's incredibly mean. Far right, middle. Okay, far right, middle, at the bottom. Far ring, middle. Again, you got to be very specific. Down left, upper right. That means nothing. Down left. I don't know what that means. Down left, upper right. What does that mean? Does that mean this ring on the left or this ring on the left? Okay, well, we know this goes here. We know something. We know we need a curved piece that goes here. Down left, left ring goes upper right. I know, but which left ring? This one or this one? Inner ring or outer ring? Down left outer ring. Goes upper right. Here? Nice. Good job. I'm sorry if I always sound super boring on the phone. That's not me. You don't sound boring on the phone. You're a very mild-mannered human. Nothing wrong with that. At least that's what I gather. The top outer left piece goes to the far right side of the clock. The top outer left piece. Here? No, it doesn't. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. Leftmost top bigger piece goes to right. No, it doesn't. Does this one? That one does. Yes, good job. Thank you very much. You're eating Oreos. Well, good for you, sir. Outer right side, bottom on clock. I don't think so. Outer right side. Oh, good job. Thank you, sir. Where's her chest plate? Is this it? Yep. We did it. Woo. That's not bad, you guys. Oh, View to a Kill is a great song too, man. It's okay. It's kind of a chill little fucking game. I dig it. Okay. Let's see. If I go here, that's a 3. Give me an easy one. Give me an easy one. All right, let's go to Germany. Nah, fuck Germany. They were the... Well, Italy was bad too. They were all people we fought in World War II. Fine, let's go kill Germany. This is the metaphor for killing baby Hitler. Why not just buy a puzzle? I don't know. I do have puzzles. I bought a puzzle. All right, fellas. Well, look. Here's the deal. I'll play this later. That's it. That's it. We've been going for 2.5 hours, a little more than that. It's been fun. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, I'll be doing a traditional, normal Jaffe stream. Hopefully some of you guys will tune in. I may bring on an imaginary friend tonight, depending on how tired I am. So, you know, if you get a little alert at like 10:30 and suddenly there's a demon talking to you, well, there you go. But if not, I'll see you hopefully on a future Jaffe stream. It's been a lot of fun, been much appreciated, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, you guys. See ya.